In the previous episodes, we bought a van, made a few holes, installed windows, heating,
Ох, воно гаряче тут.
and ventilation. Today we are starting the interior arrangement of the future camper. We need to grease the doors. Today we are going to install the floor. You may look and say, what is there to do? The floor is ready, and we can already install the furniture and everything else. But in fact, we will need to dismantle the floor in order to insulate it. The van must be insulated so that it is comfortable to stay inside. That means the ceiling, the walls, and also the floor must be insulated. This is necessary so that in the cold season there is less need for heating, and also to reduce the likelihood of condensation forming here on the metal. We tested it this winter, and indeed, a lot of condensation forms. If there is insulation, there should be minimal or no condensation at all. Also, insulation helps in the summer. At the moment, the van is not insulated at all, and when the sun shines, it is impossible to stay inside. It is just an oven. The metal heats up and gives off its heat inside, and you can get baked here. And it is not even 30 degrees outside yet. And besides the fact that the floor needs to be insulated, we also need to make a few additional holes in the floor. For example, here where the shower cabin will be, and also here where the kitchen unit will be. From the sink, the water needs to drain under the body of the van. Also, at the back of the van, we will make a few more holes. In this place, there will be a sealed cabinet in which a gas cylinder will be installed. Holes are needed in the floor so that in the event of a gas leak, the gas goes not into the vehicle cabin but outside through the holes in the floor. I set the floor with an even gap around the perimeter. Now I mark and drill the holes. The holes for the safety frame will need to be adjusted. You always remind me in the comments about safety equipment, so I did not forget to put on glasses this time. The frame and a few main elements. I assemble the base of the shower cabin. I check the squareness. I mark the place for installing the shower tray. Now a piece of the kitchen, and I find the outlet for the sink drainage. But as soon as you turn on the camera, everything goes a little off plan. There were some losses here. When the wall fell, it pierced a through hole. What a bummer. Right in the most visible place. Now in this place, there will probably be the YouTube channel logo. There is a hole. I guessed right. Here everything is okay. I will cut off a piece of the floor under the tank. Now we will unload everything and start the work. I decided to keep the factory floor since it was in fairly good condition. Less work with cutting and no need to spend money on a new sheet of plywood. How to carry out this sheet of flooring? It is very large. Nowhere to grab. Made it. Not everything is as easy as it looks on video. Trimming. We cut off all the excess, and the van became a few kilograms lighter. We will also trim this piece. Did not forget about the hole for the sink. We are working so hard, smoke is coming. A little cleaning will not hurt. I trimmed a bit. The board became lighter and carrying it became much easier. There is something to grab onto. It is not so massive. There is a cutout for the Webasto. Here the niche will remain without insulation. The niche for the shower is already ready. We will recess the shower cabin slightly into the floor so that we have maximum height, so that it is comfortable to be in the shower cabin. And here we will have the kitchen. The sink will be in the middle. And here is the hole for draining the water from the sink. The clean water tank will be here above the wheel, and we will also recess it slightly relative to the finished floor. Wow, look how big it is. Hey, this place is already taken. We are going to live here. Here will be the tank. We will lower it relative to the finished floor, since if it is installed on the finished floor, the inlet to the tank will be above this hatch. I like cutting the van. Let's make a few more holes. Here also must be a hole for draining the water from the wash basin, and also here ventilation for the gas cylinder. Where is the hole? Oh, it is in the perfect place. Right here. Here we bring out the tube and lead it to the gray water tank, which will be here. I do not know how it happens, but it seems to me that the manufacturer of this van thought through all these moments of the sewer pipe outlets. Or maybe I'm just lucky. I love summer. It is green, so nice. The grass is greening. The hole is ready. I protect the edge of the metal. This part can create noise on the road. A very strong tray. Absolutely nothing needs to be done. Just put it on the floor and that's it. Here underneath there is immediately a rigid frame thanks to which the tray keeps its shape and it can withstand heavy loads. Besides, it is thin. It does not reduce the height of the room. Our ceiling is low, so every centimeter is important here. But there is also a disadvantage. Here the slope towards the drain is small, so most likely when the van is not perfectly level, the water will not flow normally into the siphon but will stand in the corner somewhere. And we will have to push the water manually. We will see in practice. But it is beautiful. Another disadvantage is the weight. Such a tray is much heavier than a camper one. 10 kilograms. Oh wow, the shower tray does not fit into the cutout. I made the niche 1 millimeter smaller. Did I cut anything here? All the wires are in place. That's good. We came to help you. Great. Your size? And mine fit too. We are preparing the floor for the final installation. We wash and degrease it. I plan to use 2-centimeter beams to preserve the maximum ceiling height. But already in the store I chose 3-centimeter ones, preferring more reliable fastening. I glue the prepared frame. First, I installed the outer beams, and from them I set the whole plane. A laser level or a regular level makes no sense here, because it is simply impossible to set the van perfectly level. And even if you manage to do it, when you walk, the van moves and the settings become irrelevant. So we work with this super device called a straight board. Just with this piece of wood, I try to make one flat surface on the van floor. Its own specifics of work. The surface is ready. You plan to do everything quickly and move on to the next stage.
Приклею і поїхали наступний.
But there are always some unexpected surprises.
Цих двох тюбів
These 2 tubes of 300 milliliters are not enough for this number of beams.
не вистачає.
The layer is quite thick, in some places 3 to 4 millimeters. I need to go to the store and buy more tubes. During the construction period, I will buy more than a dozen of these tubes. Just for the floor frame alone, 5 pieces were used. All beams are glued. The wooden frame consists of 5 rows. On this side, there will be a cabinet. The base for it is ready. On the other side, everything is the same. For the shower tray, I made a whole frame so that the tray rests on the beams around the entire perimeter. And in the center too, so that the shower tray is installed more stably. On this side, there will be the kitchen. Here is the drain from the kitchen sink. Here from the shower tray. Here from the bathroom sink. And here is the ventilation of the gas cylinder compartment. I cut 2 pieces from a glue tube and glued them here so that the air goes outside and does not spread under the floor. With wall insulation, everything is quite complicated because the body shape is very complex. In addition, there are stiffening ribs that are almost impossible to reach. And so people use a wide range of materials for wall insulation and think about how to make it better and more optimal so that it is simple enough, not too expensive, and comfortable and warm in the camper. But there is no single solution. In some cases, people even harm their van by insulating it with the wrong type of material because some materials collect moisture and no longer work as insulation. Plus, if moisture stays inside the body for a long time, the body will begin to rust from the inside, and that is already a catastrophe because fixing it will be very difficult. With the floor, everything is much simpler. The floor is as flat as the manufacturer could make it. If you do not take into account the stiffening ribs, the floor is flat. And here, usually foamed polystyrene is used. This option is quite good. We cut rectangles, lay them between the beams, and the floor is ready, insulated. You can continue building further. But we rejected this option at the last moment because it has one unpleasant drawback. No matter how well you cut the slab, it still will not fit perfectly with the beam. That is, there will be a small gap between the beam and the insulation. And accordingly, there will be a small cold bridge. Therefore, we decided to use this material. It is called rubber mat. We will use this material to insulate the walls and ceiling as well, and we decided to insulate the floor right away too. This material is more expensive, but it has several advantages. It is elastic, soft, and has an adhesive side. We can stick it as tightly as possible to the metal. There will be no air gap, which means the likelihood of condensation on the metal surface is reduced. Due to the softness of the material, vibrations and noise from the metal will be reduced. Accordingly, the sound will be muffled. And it is soft and elastic. We cut it slightly larger than needed, glue it between the wooden beams. And that's it. Our rubber mat will fit well and there will be no air gap. A lot of advantages, and the difference in price is not that big. My team arrived with whom we will now insulate the floor.
Hello.
Will you help?
Добре.
Are you ready?
Заходь, якщо хочеш.
Nice sword you have. Come out of there, we are going to glue. It's simple here. Cut, peeled the film, and glued. Work is a pleasure. An unpleasant smell. I hope it airs out. Ugh, smelly material. Let's get to work. This mat out of the box has such a concentrated smell that you can only work with the van fully open. It is recommended to cover the wheel arches with automotive sound insulation first, and only then insulation. I think this is perfectionism, and the rubber mat will be enough even as sound and vibration insulation. What do you think? We still need these pieces. No, I need them. Will you insulate the doors? Okay, you will hand them to me and I will insulate. For cutting, you need to stock up on a whole pack of new blades for a utility knife. They get dull quickly and turn the cutting process into a test of the nervous system. Although even a strong nervous system with a dull knife will not help you get a straight cut edge. For the floor, we use a 2-centimeter rubber mat. Thinner would be too thin as insulation, and I see no sense in using thicker because it would reduce the interior space of the van, and here every millimeter matters. It would make the van heavier. Rubber is not a super light material. Of course, the price of the material also plays a role. The thicker it is, the more you will have to pay for insulation. But the most important argument is the cabin, which is almost impossible to insulate fully, plus the large number of windows. Using 5 or 10 centimeter insulation will not significantly affect the final result. I, of course, hoped for this, but I didn't believe it until the last moment. But after gluing the floor with a rubber mat, the van became noticeably quieter. And we haven't even covered the walls and ceiling yet. This is the final look we have after gluing. The arches and the floor. Everything is as tight as possible with no gaps. It took some time, but the result even visually looks good. And this is what our bedroom has looked like lately. A pile of lumber, plumbing, and camper equipment. I don't know what Natalia is happier about, that the camper building process is moving forward or that eventually we will carry all this stuff out of here. We remove my artwork from the floor. And put the floor back in place.
Одна є.
A piece of the floor is missing. Where? A hole? Wait. And the hole is gone already. What's also great about this shower tray is that it can be adjusted to an individual size. Very thick plastic. Almost a centimeter thick. Cuts very easily with a metal saw blade. This part is done. The frame is in place. I drill holes in the floor and tighten it to the wooden frame with maximum frequency so that there is no play, we don't need extra noises, and the floor is the base for furniture mounting, so everything must be securely fixed. Well, the base is ready. Now we can make the most significant transformation, after which this vehicle can no longer be called a van. It will become a full-fledged camper. But that will be in the next episode.